Gary Watson, thank you so much for inviting me to your favourite bar, Baker's Corner.
Welcome in. Now, a great little pub just down the road from Blackrock Rugby Club.
And how would a man from Carlow have a favourite pub near Blackrock?
It's all down to the League of Ireland football, Gary. So, as you know, my eldest loves his League of Ireland football and has played for many a club. So on a Friday evening, it was dinner and a drink in Baker's Corner, then a stroll down to Stradbrook to watch Cabinteely FC take on their opponents. Many a meeting had in there on a Friday evening as well, believe it or not, just before the football. So it is great little pub. Love it.
Of course, you forget it's on the main crossroads. It's just off the N11 and stuff. So I can see from behind us. It's a very welcoming looking spot. So I have a few questions for you, right? We know you're a magnificently successful captain of industry and all that good stuff, and everybody can read that on LinkedIn, of course.
Where did you hear that from?
I just read your LinkedIn profile. But question for you, right? So how are you staying motivated at the moment? How are you staying energized? Because you are an energetic person. You like people. You like to be proactive. How are you keeping it all going at the moment?
Do you know what? It's been challenging, but living, breathing, and working in this industry, especially over the past 12, 14 months, it has been full on. And one of the things for me has always been, continually exercising and keeping that going to stave off the quarantine pounds, let's say, around the waist. So I do enjoy exercising, even if it's only half an hour a day.
You were an early morning.
I was, before the lockdown, it was a 5 o'clock start. 5 a.m. start, into the car, up to the gym, an hour session, into the office or the data center, showered and at the desk, generally for about 7:30, 7:45, most mornings. Yeah, no, it was good, but you know what? It was a great start to the day. But kind of miss that.
I read about people like that, and I think they don't exist, because then you're going to say you do yoga and meditation for 4 hours in the middle.
No, I can't do yoga. Can't stretch. Terrible. Very inflexible. This body. I bend over and it creaks.
But so, what would be your gym? Like, it would be core strength and all that good stuff.
Yeah, try and do everything, Gary. Yeah, it really is a great motivator. Coming out of the gym, you feel pumped. And it's the first win of the day for me. Do you know what I mean? I've got up and I've achieved something. Yeah, I've achieved something straight away.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's that's the competitor in you.
Absolutely. Don't like to lose.
The competitor.
Don't like to lose. Yeah.
And of course, at this day and age, we realize that exercise and stuff releases the happy chemicals, dopamine and endorphins and stuff. And I read recently that people who give up exercise actually go through a withdrawal of those that brings a bit like any form of dependency. So how did you migrate? If the gyms are closed now, do you run from Carlow to your office now?
Dublin? Definitely not. I run around the house. No, I'm lucky. I live out in the hills in a lovely part of Ireland, up in the hills. So the ability to get out and run in the hills or go walk in the hills with Karen and Chester, the golden retriever. So we get out into the hills, do that. But I suppose from a home point of view, I've got 3 wonderful children. Sometimes. No, honestly, 3 wonderful children who have converted our sunroom into a mini gym. So, as I was saying, Jack's very sporty, so he's constantly trying to keep fit. Caitlin's studying in Limerick University in fitness and nutrition. So, a lot of kettlebells have been bought, dumbbells, benches, bin bikes, whatever. So yeah, yoga mats.
Like they've been used as well. There's been a lot of that stuff bought over the last year, but very little of it used.
Oh, absolutely. It does get used.
Well,
Along with Alexa. And generally, Alexa's turned up to full volume when Dad's exercising because he pants too much, apparently.
I hear there's a trend in the world at the moment that children that are starting to say their first words, a lot of them are saying Alexa before mum and dad. So listen, you have £1,000,000. I've just given you £1,000,000. You've just won £1,000,000. You haven't, just in case you come claiming it. But if you did, what would you do with £1,000,000 today?
It's a tough call right now because can't really go too far, could we? What would I do with £1,000,000? Well, we could say I could give it all to charity, which I'd more than likely would give it some to charity. You know, we do support at home a few charities, a few more apparently right now, with the money that I've been putting into a sweating. Some to the family. You know, I like to spend some time with the family. It'd be nice to get away right now. And I know everybody's saying that right now, quarantine. I think, you know, being full on at work, constantly in this industry, you know, as much as I love it and as much as it's rewarding for me, you know, getting away to foreign land is great. I've been lucky enough to travel over to Asia a couple of years ago to the Middle East or the United Emirates, which was beautiful. So I'd go and spend a fair bit of time traveling. Go and see some places that I'd love to go to China. I'd absolutely love to go and spend some time in China around the Great Wall, then into Japan. You know, around Japan, that side I'd spend a bit more time over that side of the world.
Here's one for you, right? So you've just got £1,000,000. It's 250 grand, I believe, to get a seat at SpaceX, Elon Musk, space tourist.
Mm-hmm.
Would you? That's the ultimate, isn't it? You'd see the whole world in about 6 minutes. Would you go for it?
Would I go for it?
If you had a seat, if somebody offered you a seat, would you go for that? That's travel. It's a different type of travel.
You know what? 250 grand for 6 minutes.
No, but I've just given you £1,000,000.
Pardon?
Just giving you £1,000,000. So
Not
really,
a great investment, though, is it? Really?
no, but geez, you probably dine out for a while. You know, people who went on Concorde are still dining out on that experience. You could be one of the first. Yeah.
I'll give you 250 grand to take me to the moon.
Yeah, I think that would be the man.
Rather than whiz around the earth for 6 minutes.
Well, I'm not giving you £1,000,000. So unless you're going to pay for it yourself, it's not going to happen. But Garry Watson, in 6.5 minutes, I've learned a lot about you. I've learned that your favourite pub is in Baker's Corner. I'm going to Google it now to find out why it's called Baker's Corner. I wish you all the best. Thanks a million for your time.